Like a bowl.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So today we're going to be answering a question from one of my clients. It's the way that this works is that she purchased an email coaching session, and it's the cheapest one I have, which enables her to ask me a question at a lower price and enables me to post it online for the entertainment of you guys and for the information. Now, this one, we're not going to be roasting this lady. No, we're not going to be roasting her today because this question is serious. Usually, the questions that people ask me are questions that are obvious, but this one is different. Okay, so I want to answer this with all the seriousness that I could, and let's see what let's see what could happen from this. Okay, let's begin this. Let's make sure everything's well. Okay, good. All right. So, where are we? Okay, here we go. And it goes. Hello, Alex. Thanks for taking the time to answer my question. I am an undiagnosed narcissist. All right, first of all, the fact that you understand that you're a narcissist. Actually, a lot of narcissists know they're narcissists, so it's whatever. I've been altering my communication to make people think that I care, using my words and facial expressions to mimic how a caring person should act. But deep inside, I feel literally nothing for the person, for what the person feels. It's literally impossible. The thing is, I want to fit in, but how can I do it? In a way, I feel punished for being a narcissist, even though I didn't choose this. Should I even date guys or just feel alone for the rest of my life? Goddamn, girl, don't be so goddamn negative. Look, man, the fact that you're thinking about this, to me, says that your mind is opening up, right? Maybe something happened. Maybe somebody told you something that made you see this. But the fact that you're aware of this it's incredible. To be honest with you, it really is. Do you have any books that you recommend? Okay, all right. So she's essentially saying, how can I not be a narcissist, right? And what's funny is that we talked about this in one of the previous videos, and some people said that there are some narcissists who do change, some of them, but it's rare though. You know what I'm saying? So look, man, I am not an expert in narcissism, nor do I act like I am, right? But I do know a few things about narcissism, and the things about narcissism is that deep down, narcissistic people cannot deal with anxiety. They cannot deal with disappointment because they have nothing that they have no self-image to build them up. When look, your self-image is built in your childhood, right? This self-image is built upon parents who give you positive reinforcement. This self-image is almost like a thermostat. When your self-esteem goes down, your self-image activates and lifts up your self-esteem. So it's kind of like some thermostats are 60%, 70%. But the point is, when your self-esteem goes down, that thermostat kicks in, reminds you of some success, reminds you of why you're worthy, and lifts you up. The thing is that this is developed in childhood. Narcissistic people never develop this, either because their parents are narcissists, their parents abuse them, or just genetically. The point is that when things go down, you have nothing to build you up. So what do? You use people to build you up. So you begin to develop a pattern of looking at people as though they're objects, self-objects, almost like the extension of your hand. And you don't see them as people, you see them as objects. And you want to know one of the biggest reasons why people disconnect from other people? The denial of death. Death denial. The reason why you don't see people for who they truly are is because deep down you're not accepting your own mortality. You're not looking at the fact that every single person around you will die. I don't know how you dealt with death in your life. I don't know how you dealt with people who died in your life, but death will bring empathy. And the thing that narcissistic people lack is empathy for themselves and other people. But as soon as you get in touch with death, as soon as you understand that death is near, and you begin to meditate on death and everyone around you, a deep sense of empathy will arise. Now, let me tell you how to do this, right? And again, I'm not an expert. These are things that worked for me, okay? Now, I truly believe that if you get in touch with this, I don't see why you can't feel any empathy for people, because death is near to you. Maybe you haven't accepted it. All right, let's talk about this. And you know what? I'm gonna read to you my notes. I'm gonna read to you my notes because I really believe this will help you out. And it says, and this is from reading Robert Greene's book, The Laws of Human Nature, based on his last chapter called Death Denial. Truly powerful. Death is a subject avoided by humans. This causes people to sense limitless time, and as a result, they have no sense of urgency. Confronting and accepting death opens our minds to reality. We have a better sense of proportion for what matters in life. Rather than, in other words, when I say you have a better sense of proportion, is that things that matter automatically matter. Things that don't matter disappear. When death is in front of you, you see everything that matters. And when you learn to have death in your mind all the time, what matters is connecting with people. That's what matters to your body, like your body. You know how your body likes to eat, shit, and all that sort of stuff? Also, your body, at the same level, likes to connect with people. Rather than separating yourself from others, which is what narcissism does, we unite ourselves in our common mortality, bringing us closer to each other and the present moment, and thus intensifying our experience. The denial of death takes us out of it. Think about it. When you deny death, well, you're essentially saying, I am superior to everyone around me. Think about the narcissistic leaders. Narcissistic leaders are people who try to be immortal, right? And and that's what grandiosity is. I want to live forever. They're trying to deny death and trying to find a way to mentally fuck themselves into thinking that they're immortal. And as a result, they see other people as peasants and themselves as gods. But as soon as death comes, as soon as that person gets an illness, as soon as that person, like a plague comes, all of a sudden, there's no person saying you're better or you're worse. No, that plague evens everyone out. Everyone gets connected. Let's keep reading. This avoidance to think of death establishes a pattern that branches out to every aspect of life. Always looking for distractions, never seeing reality or taking responsibility. Always fear of the unknown and being unable to okay, let me keep reading. The funny thing is that what makes us unique, rational thought, is what makes us weak in death. The thought of death can't be separated. You cannot separate pain from the thought of death. You can't see past that. It becomes something we don't want to think about because we see it very myopically. Our ancestors created the world of spirits to combat this fear, and it made it even appealing. It makes death easier to handle. But we humans don't believe nowadays. We don't believe in spirits, so we have nothing that allows us to process death in a healthy way. Usually, the way we process death is through distractions, right? Okay, let's keep reading. All right. Today we are more rational, so we are left with the anxieties of death, but not knowing how to deal with it. We are not adapted to deal with it. It will take us many generations, so we opt to suppressing it. The society we live in can't handle that aspect. We have no rational explanation, just uncertainty. Humans do not like that. All right, let me make sure it's recording properly. Okay. We are also a society that makes light of death. We don't take it seriously. Before, death was in our face, even in third world countries. But in society, we repress it by making it funny. We have also made youth a good thing over wisdom. We think new is better, fast is better, now over tomorrow. Staring death in the face helps you know that what's important and what's not important. In other words, your little petty problems, your little self-narcissism is broken into smithereens whenever you confront death, right? Whom to hate, whom to love. We must learn to look at mortality right in the face without flinching. Don't postpone its awareness. Giving death or anything that leads to death a purpose, such as helping you realize problems or be grateful, it toughens you up and makes you fearless. Focusing deeply on your mortality helps you connect with others. It ties you to your friend and lost ones. It ties you to everything. It's a reality that we don't want to accept. It makes us equal. See it as a brotherhood of death. See death and dying as a brotherhood. When you return into where you came from as something to be proud of. I am telling you, this will break your narcissism. I don't see how narcissism can live where the thought of death is a constant thing, because your ego does not like that. See what I'm saying? It brings goosebumps, to be honest with you, man. Don't read stories of people dying early with distance. Realize it is you as well. When you see people dying, when you see old people walking down the street, don't dismiss them. Notice, visualize yourself becoming them. Visualize them being young and getting older. Visualize them dying. You have to visualize that. That will break your narcissism. You will begin to have empathy for those people. It's unless you're fucking cold as hell, where where you don't feel that, then you want to try a little harder. I would suggest taking shrooms. I'm not kidding with you. I am not kidding with you. I would suggest taking shrooms, right? Magic mushrooms, if you can't feel that, because you have to feel that. You have to. All right, let's keep reading. Confronting death causes us to think differently and taking experience deeper. It's the paradox of death. Moments of death makes us feel alive. And it also has the opposite. Denying death makes you feel dead inside, right? We've been suppressing death since childhood, and anything that says impermanence triggers that fear again. To deal with this, we narrow our focus on specific things to numb the pain. This predictability gives you some control. This is how we become self-absorbed. Self-absorbed is narcissism. But deep self-absorbedness is deep narcissism. Everyone is in the narcissistic range. Everyone has some form of self-absorption, right? The difference is that narcissistic people don't have a self-image that they use to feel better. They use other people. All right. So, how do you apply it? Make death visceral, right? You can't reproduce the experience of death of death or almost dying, right? Like you can't reproduce almost dying, right? But you could definitely meditate your way into it, right? So you want to feel death in your gut, in your body, right? Feel death within you. Notice every pain that you feel, link it to the inevitable. If you feel your shoulder hurting, realize that is your body. You're slowly dying. Keep that in your head. As crazy as as morbid as it may sound, reminding yourself of that liberates you from your self-absorption. All right. Feel every pain as a step towards death. Let the stress rest in your body, but not seeing death as just a concept, but felt. Things become more real. Link everything that happens in your body as the inevitable, right? Don't just have death as a concept. Feel it in your body. Like when you return from being sick, right? It's like when you return from being sick, you feel happy that you're healthy again, right? So see death in everyone as well, right? When you see people walking around, realize that they're not going to be alive 20 years from now. When you see the environment that you're in right now, realize that 1,000 years from now, all of this will be gone. When you see your mom and you're getting older, see the death in her. Imagine yourself mourning your mom's death. Imagine yourself mourning all of your family members' death. Meditate on that as often as possible. Feel it in your body. It's important. It will build empathy. It will build empathy because then you will feel compassion for the people around you a lot more. And this will give you higher empathy, right? So higher empathy, right? Mushrooms also do this. See death in our society by seeing mortality. Okay, there you go, right? So yeah, look, man, it's a deep subject, but I will, if you struggle with narcissism, I would highly recommend the book The Laws of Human Nature by Robert Greene. That will open your eyes to a lot of things. I'm not even kidding with you. Particularly the last chapter on death denial. Check that out. Outside of that, I would recommend people on the comments below to recommend books on how to overcome narcissism. Okay, just for the lady to read it herself. And also, lady, I would recommend you read The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. The Power of Now, or if you want a shorter version, Practicing the Power of Now. Right? Honestly, if you just listen to the audiobook, you know what I'm talking about. Just go to Google and go to YouTube and put the Practicing the Power of Now audiobook or The Power of Now audiobook and listen to it. And trust me, you'll love it. All right. Anyways, that's my answer to you. I hope I was able to answer your question. And you have a great day. Bye-bye. Oh, forgot to answer another part of our question, right? In terms of dating guys. Look, man, you are who you are right now, right? And it is what it is. The truth is that it's not recommended to date narcissist. It's not recommended, and you know why, all right? You're going to have to work on yourself. It's just what it is, man. You're going to have to work on yourself. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard, man. But you're gonna have to work on yourself. You can't. It's. I just don't recommend dudes to date narcissists. So you're gonna have to fix that, because if you don't fix that, most of your relationships are gonna be toxic. It just will. They're gonna be toxic. So there's no other way around that. Fix that. Begin to develop more empathy. Start going to yoga classes. Start going to meditation classes. Start doing those two things. Just go to yoga and go to meditation class. Okay? Just start doing that. There's nothing else you could do. All right? Meditation builds empathy. Meditating on death builds empathy. Outside of that, if you have good intentions, just put it out there in the universe, and let things fall on their own. All right? Hey man, thanks for asking that question, man, and I hope I can help you out, man.
All right, ladies. So this is the course that all of you guys have been asking me for, and it's the psychological game of attraction. This is pretty much the course that will make any man beg to want to commit with you. This is the course that I wish, I'll be honest with you, if I was a woman, this is the kind of course that I want, because it's a course that's specifically geared to help you understand how guys fall in love and how to do it in a systematic way that's almost predictable, right? So let me show you guys how this course is set up. By the way, there's a 30-day money back guaranteed on this course. So if you guys don't like it, you guys will get money back. Look, let me show you how it's done, right? So it's split up in a few sections. The first section is the introduction, obviously, what to expect from it. After that is I'm giving you an understanding of the psychology of attraction, right? Because you need to understand that dating is a game. You need to think strategically, that there are certain laws of human nature that you cannot break, and just a few things of why people love each other. It's very important to have a realistic expectation. After that, we go into the three phases of every relationship. They all go in these three phases, and these phases could overlap each other at times, right? The first phase is the pre-honeymoon period. It is when you first know the person, or it is when you're becoming acquaintance with the guy, or it is when you guys broke up and are back together, or it is when you guys had a long period of you guys not knowing each other and now you guys want to rekindle things. This works in any point of the relationship that you need to spark interest and curiosity. So these videos are specific for that. Specific to create curiosity, how to get to know the guy the right way, using your non-verbals, how to create a powerful reputation. It's truly powerful stuff. After that is the honeymoon period. This honeymoon period is how to get from curiosity to interest to creating a deep connection. So all of these videos are specifically geared to that. Not the 30, no. These specific videos are there for this phase, and this phase is any phase. You guys are having a good, happy moment. You guys just got back together, and now you feel that peak. You feel that happiness that you guys felt. That's what this is, right? So these videos are there for that, creating a lonely fantasy, the preemptive breakup, the triangle of love, using words to control his man. It's powerful stuff. After that is the post-honeymoon period, and again is a short list of videos, because these videos are there to solidify the connection that you already created. So if you just had an incredible moment, or you just came out of a vacation with a guy and everything went well, you better use this phase, because if you don't do this, he's going to become disenchanted. It's just how it is. These are very specific videos, and all you got to do is just say, all right, where am I? I tell you where you guys are, and you just watch the video. It's pretty much like being coached by me. You got some bonus videos, stop being nice, dealing with the inevitable, how to deal with breakup, how to deal with getting over a dude. This is the how to overcome manipulation, identifying manipulation, deterring manipulation, defending yourself against manipulation, what to do if you're already in a manipulative relationship, and how to avoid them through detachment. It's pretty much an extremely succinct and laser focused course. Not one waste of motion. That's why I love it. And there's a 30-day money back guarantee if you guys don't like it. No questions asked, people. All right. And if you guys want to support this channel, this is how you support it. And I hope you guys enjoy this. All right. See you guys inside.